a set piece there. Okay.
So
Yeah, you can approach it.
I'm gonna approach it. And I'm gonna touch it.
Yeah. It doesn't. It's neither hot nor cold. It seems like the ambient temperature of the room, like, it just feels like, you know, it's cool to the touch, but not like supernaturally cold.
And
It just
running
feels
my
like
hand
if you
across
touch
it.
if you touch the stone next to it on the wall, it's kind of the same.
If I run my hand across it, does anything happen? Does it all feel smooth or does it feel different?
No, it all feels smooth. It's blocks. So I mean, about I'd say let's say 5 feet up. There's really
Incremental
thin seam.
Yeah.
So
Like it's
it
recessing
looks like
a little bit at a time.
Yeah, like it's going
Yeah,
up.
like a
so
pyramid.
it would look like it was constructed of somehow, but
Okay, so I yell back, hey guys, I've touched it, it feels normal, don't feel anything weird, don't see any handprints or anything. What do you guys want to do now?
Can you see if it feels hollow? Knock on it.
I can knock on it.
Yep.
Knock, knock, knock.
feels like you're knocking on stone.
Nothing happened.
Does anybody want to taste it?
We've got a tasting opportunity.
Taster.
But I don't think there's gonna be anything special about this.
All right.
I'm gonna
Does anybody have dispel magic or anything? Like, I wonder.
Check all your items.
Oh no.
I know that. Because I'm wondering if it's magically delicious.
We lost our magic hold, didn't we?
Yes.
Yes.
We have the haversack, we don't have the hold.
Yeah, we don't have the whole.
Should have put the wagon in the house.
It's only 80 pounds.
Let's see. Let me see. I'm looking at everything that we had to have just to see if there's anything.
So give me an investigation check. Gandra. Actually, you can do it with advantage.
Sorry, I didn't investigate. Is the first one. $17.
17. So as you're looking through everything, and you're looking at those scrolls, and in particular you're looking at that one that's the wall of stone, which you may remember was the one that was in the glass case, in the one observation post, right? If I remember that correctly. It actually says enhanced wall of stone on it.
Okay. Hey guys. Remember the scrolls that we had? One of them says enhanced wall of stone. I wonder what that would do.
I wish we had a wizard here who could.
You don't have a wizard. You have a sorcerer.
A sorcerer. That's what I meant.
You have a cleric.
Okay.
So I pull out the wall of stone scroll, and what do I see when I open it?
It basically has at the top, it basically says can be used as normal or in reverse.
Okay, guys, looking at this scroll, it says that we could reverse a wall of stone, so would we want to use that?
Open a hole in it or something?
Not stone?
So, is there an incantation or something that I have to read?
No, you'd have to try to use the scroll.
Okay,
Um,
so I would like to attempt to use the scroll.
so the scroll is a 5th level spell, which I think is above your standard level right now. Let's see, can't do. I think. Which just means you're gonna have to, if you want to use it, you're gonna have to roll for it.
Okay. Can everybody get a turn to roll out of, or just one
If
person?
it fails, it disintegrates. But that doesn't mean people can't help you.
Yeah. Something.
Got a little something for
First,
you.
I just need to double check my right. So I think you have to be 8th level before you can cast 5th level spells.
And the only one who would be 8th level would be.
It's actually 9th level.
Oh, none of us then.
Well, you have to be a magic user too, so you can't just.
Yeah, and I'm higher
Okay,
than
so you can't, I mean, you can't just cast 5th level.
Mhm.
As I say, because if you were 9th level, you could just read this, you could cast the spell.
Right.
So, but because you're trying to cast something that's above your ability.
And what is she gonna, what kind of roll is it gonna be?
It's gonna be an Arcana check.
I'm a plus 4 on those.
Okay, I can give you guidance, which is a D4.
Sweet.
So let's do this.
Okay.
We're gonna call it, I'm gonna call it a DC 10 plus the scroll level. So DC is gonna be 15 on it. So I need an Arcana check.
With guidance from
Yep,
Hildy.
with guidance. Do you want to do anything to help her do this?
I don't know. I was trying to look at.
I'm thinking outside the box. Is there anything you would want to do to say, like, you're going to try to help her prepare to read this, prepare anything? Think outside the box.
I'm gonna give her because I'm kind of like one with nature,
Mm-hmm.
and stone is part of a earthly material.
Sure.
I would probably try to give her like calmness, like make her real calm so she's relaxed and she can concentrate better.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to say what you do is you use your druidcraft.
Mm-hmm.
So you basically start like springing some flowers and things. Like you see these little roots and things come out of the rocks and stuff around, and just like making a nice serene
Yeah.
thing. You get kind of some hints of the smells of the flowers and stuff. So you'll get advantage. He's helping you that way.
Okay.
So yeah.
So
you
roll
get,
my Arcana.
Yep. Roll Arcana.
Oh, fuck. Glad it's an advantage. Okay. First one was 11.
+4 or
And
+1
Plus,
D4.
yeah, I'm gonna,
Well.
whichever one's better, right?
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Oh, nice.
So,
Bam.
ooh, so
Okay.
24
Yeah.
plus guidance.
Yeah. So Gandrel pulls out this scroll and like she's squinting at it, and it makes your brain kind of hurt because you're like trying to interpret this. It's right. I mean, you cast 4th level spells, so you're pretty advanced. But this is like, it feels like it's just outside, so you're like just reading through it, and it's almost like you're just trying to read like, it's like you're really good at math, but you're just starting to learn calculus or something like that. It's like you're just trying to, you understand the foundations, and you have stuff, but it's just these different factors. But then, at first, your brain starts to kind of, you start feeling like almost like a migraine type headache starting to hit you. But then you like get this whiff of smell of flower scent, and you like, it's almost like lavender, and you like calm down, and then you feel Hildegard come up and she lays her hand on your shoulder, and you feel like this warmth come from her hand, and then it just snaps. And what are you doing with it? And you feel a spell. You have like this control over the stone.
Okay. So then I would guess that I would read, I guess, because I probably need to read something that's
No, so-
on the skull.
Yeah,
That
so
was-
basically you feel now that you have the ability to either create stone or remove stone.
And I'm going to remove stone.
What are you gonna do? Tell me exactly what you're gonna do,
I'm gonna walk up, put my hand on the area that I want to remove stone,
right?
and then I'm gonna say, move, motherfucker!
Damn!
And do what with it?
Bam! First Samuel L. Jackson came out.
I have this.
All right. So yeah, so you basically walk up to the corner.
Mhm.
You read the spell, and like you said, you go up and lay your hand on it, and yeah, like an opening just opens right up through there.
Minesweeper.
Okay,
So we all walk to the color that our hilts.
so yeah, so you guys all go over. Yeah, so you go 3, 2, 1. You slide them in, and as soon as they all like hit, and just so you know, each knight is basically the same. It has a scabbard, and it has that
Yeah.
slot. So when you push them in, as soon as you get them in, they go click. You all hear it at the same time,
Place.
click,
Okay.
and then you hear
Okay, something's opening.
there's a door over here.
Ah!
Cut that. Throw the door there.
Ah.
Shoddy workmanship.
Yeah, who the hell made this?
Stone cutting this thing, man.
Styrofoam cutting this thing.
I'm not looking.
Okay.
Looking there, and you see a hallway.
Mmm.
Ooh.
Say, guys, get over here.
Okay.
Oh, good. 'cause
Coming.
I wouldn't have fit into that hallway anyway as a bed.
I go over by her.
Who wants to
So
go?
I'm just saying, so the turning has worn off,
It has.
Okay.
and we've been walking around and everything, it's only good for like a minute. So if they escape through that thing and they're down the hallway, and I'm out of
Don't give him any
turning
ideas. He
dead,
probably didn't think about that. Now he did.
just saying,
Don't you have bone cutting?
I don't have bones. Did I ever kill them all them giant skeletons?
I'll give you both. Bone cutting was good, and baking up bones was good too. So.
I'm gonna say, guys, we came here to get this sword. We're not gonna let a couple ghosts
We're
scare us
inspired.
away.
I'm just saying,
Okay.
the turn would have worn off.
Well, so
Okay.
I think we should be prepared that if we all see the ghosts, we're gonna shoot
Right.
the hell out of them.
Yeah.
But I think we need to go down this hallway.
So you can attack the ghosts all you want to now.
Of course, you can't fit through there in bear form.
You'll have to be.
Sure.
You'll have to pick raccoon or.
All right, so what are you doing?
Let's
I don't
Can
wanna
we
go
change
first.
say we don't hear anything. Of course, I have probably the
No.
lowest hit point. Well,
I'll
Yeah,
listen.
no, you don't hear anything from where you're
Okay.
at.
and we're gonna toss the stone
Sure.
in the hallway. And see
Who
if we
wants to
see
go
anything.
first? I'm not going first.
I'll go.
The one with the lowest hit points.
Who wants
Elder's
to live
rest.
forever?
So yeah, so the rock's in here,
I'll go
and it looks it's a sloping walkway in here,
Down
It's
or
going
up?
down.
going down.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just
You haven't been here before. 3 of you, give me a survival check, and this is for me to determine. This is more of a location that you guys can.
23.
17.
Ooh, plus
You-
6.
You
All right,
prob-
just
Even
30.
if a 17 probably would, but with you, just because you're really good with
Deja vu.
digging, well, it's not so much that, it's you're tracking, you've been kind of tracking where you were and everything. And you kind of, you sense, you're picking up that you're headed like towards where you remember seeing that hole that had the fire coming out of it, or the fire down in it, where they were going to drop the little girl. Your location is kind of saying, man, it feels like we're headed back in that
Your
direction.
GPS.
But we're going down. You know that up there was like almost the center,
Okay.
relatively, maybe within a little bit of graduation.
So we're headed toward the fire.
Yeah.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
But yeah, since you guys had to see you guys through the rock, I mean, you can see about that far down. You don't see anything. Yeah, no, you don't see anything.
Keep going. We need to go.
Into the further.
All right, I'm gonna keep throwing rocks.
Throw a rock.
So yeah, so you guys can walk that far.
Okay.
And you see basically it goes all the way down to what it looks almost like a dead end down on this side.
And nothing is ever as it seems.
Yep. Now, just from where you're at, it's hard. I mean, it looks like a dead end, but
Is it getting warmer?
it is starting to get a little bit warmer.
Toasty.
Going to hell.
Hell no. I say we keep going. We've come this far. I'm gonna keep walking.
Characters don't see any of this. How far do you go? Can you keep
How
going?
far was that?
About one light throw away.
30 feet.
Hold on, is this the room
I'll
where that trap was? That,
Be more specific.
remember, we went about 30. I can't remember how I'm getting this one mixed up with the last one, maybe. But we went down that one hall about 30, or it might have been. I thought it was like 30 feet.
That was the
and then-
last straw.
Oh, it was in Strahd? Okay, crap. I didn't remember. Right.
Flashbacks.
Do I hear
I
anything at
I mean, I
this
do think
point?
that when we throw the pebble, maybe make it bounce a couple times.
Do I hear anything? And is anything becoming illuminated? If we're feeling heat, do we see any
You
light?
start seeing a kind of a glow coming from
Okay.
like down. What you can make out now is that this isn't a dead end. There's a corner,
Okay.
and you can kind of see a glow coming from it.
I'll go further.
Oh yeah.
Do I hear anything now?
What do you guys all
I'm following.
Okay, everybody's following.
Yeah.
All for one.
You're all doing like the haunted house thing.
Yeah.
Hanging on to the person in front of me. What's the next jump out?
Yelling at the person who screams aloud.
Right.
Quit screaming so loud.
It's like Scooby-Doo.
So basically, you see a turn. Another turn.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna follow the turn.
It's the Temple of Doom.
All
And
right.
then at this point, is it brighter now? Do
Oh, yeah.
these things are really glowing?
Ooh.
Yeah, it gets really
Okay.
bright.
Do you remember just a little earlier about the lava? He was talking about lava.
Right.
About standing in the lava with the I forgot what it was.
The knight.
Yeah.
There was one knight who was standing in the middle of the lava.
Yep.
And that was the red knight.
Yep. And maybe this is where.
The red knight wasn't one of the swords that we found. We found the blue, the green. What were the other two?
Purple and clear. White.
Purple and
No, red was one of them.
Red was one of them?
What is
Yeah, but the red knight was holding up the sword.
Okay.
he was holding
Basically, what you see here, as you come around the corner, you walk around the corner. You kind of get blasted by the heat
Uh-huh.
because there's lava like coming out of the walls and going into this area right around it.
The floor is lava.
And this is like a platform, and right in the center is it's actually bigger than that looks. It's like 10 foot by 10 foot
Okay.
round, so or 5 foot radius.
Do we need
It's
to
a-
go back and get the red sword?
We've got them. We're still carrying the swords, aren't we?
No, we put them in the wall
It
to
could,
open it. Do you think we
we
need
didn't
the
try
red
pulling
sword
them out.
because it showed the red knight?
Well, let me
holding it?
finish explaining what you
Okay,
see.
sorry.
Because what you see is, you see these 4, they look like knights, and they've got the swords thrust
Like the
into the
painting.
ground, just like the painting. And they're kind of wavering though, again, almost like apparitions. But they have a little more substance to them.
Hmm.
And right in the middle, you see this red sword. just kind of
levitating?
levitating above the thing, and they're just sitting there.
But the painting showed the knight holding the red sword up.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody probably needs to get on the
Make a
center and hold that.
sacrifice. Somebody has to sacrifice himself.
I think
I'll
you should
do it.
just do mage hand and try to grab it.
I think somebody needs to run out there and
But
grab
mage
a hold of
hand is
it.
only good for what, 10 pounds?
That sword could only weigh 10 pounds.
The sword of that time, kind was probably more.
You grab these swords with it.
I'm gonna, is there a walkway into the center of that thing?
No.
There is none, so you would have to jump.
So who's the most agile of the group?
Let's see what would
I have
be what our
10.
plus hold on, let's look at our,
Athletics or acrobatics? I'm a +2
I'm
acrobatics.
a +1 athletic, I'm a +2 acrobatic. Performance is a +5.
I think we should just try to mage hand it down and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, we can try that.
I'll send my mage hand.
What's everybody's AC?
I'm 13.
15.
I think I'm
15.
13, hold on.
I'm 16. I can cast Shield of Faith, which would give me a +2.
All right, I got an idea. Hear me out. Tie a rope on me. I got on the ring, the feather ring. I'm gonna jump and grab the sword. If I start to fall, I'm gonna fall slow. You can pull me back before I fall into the lava.
If the lava shoots up.
It's a risk I'm willing to take.
Okay.
You're gonna cast Feather Fallen.
No, I don't need to. I have a ring
That when he wears it, it
where
does
when
that
I wear
automatically.
it, right. And I also have boots that when I have them on, I'm able to levitate.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. You seem best suited for that.
I agree.
I will still cast your, I'll give you a Shield of Faith. Christian AC. Bonus action. So
Okay.
I'll cast that. So your AC is +2.
All right. Okay.
You ready?
Are you ready? All right. Who's tying the rope on me though?
I'll tie it on you.
I actually should tie it because I have the knot tying skill.
You have good survival.
Remember I had the,
You got lucky.
from our earlier thing, you tied the shit out of that knot. But I'll have you double check it just to make sure.
Okay. So you're gonna tie a rope onto him,
We're tying it. You know,
and the
Just
point
wanna
of that
ask
is
one
to
thing,
pull
ma'am.
you back.
If I
rope
start to
burns.
fall,
The rope
if I lose grip of the sword and I'm not able to grab a hold of it,
we need to
Let's
rethink.
let's pour water on the rope.
Let's see, because
Make it a little.
ropes will burn. If
Okay.
a lava does that, then
You have your levitation boots though, right?
yeah, but I can't it's just to levitate. I can't
float.
I need to move. I need to have something
So
to
we'll
be able to
like
move.
tie you to a rope
Push
you out.
Still give you impetus.
and then you grab it and then we'll pull you back in.
But we're gonna soak the rope in water first.
Okay.
Okay.
And I think you should,
Give me an
So
investigation
here's
check
the
to make
water.
sure you don't accidentally pour it with oil. Wrong vial. Here.
that would only be if the
Okay,
bugbear was
you are.
here. Bugbear's all,
So describe this to me.
All right.
You're gonna-
So there's a pit
There's
about the
rope on
size
it.
of this
Yep.
this table,
Okay,
and
Just
we're
big enough to where you can't just reach out.
yeah, and we're right outside of the hall, right up there.
Yep.
And there's a rope tied on me.
Uh-huh.
There's how high up is the
Ceiling?
is the sword hanging up there?
We'll say it's like 7 feet.
7 feet up.
Yeah.
Okay, so my intent is to run and jump,
Uh-huh.
grab the sword, and land on the other side.
Right.
Pull it.
And you're gonna try to jump over the full thing.
I'm gonna try to jump up and grab the sword
And jump
Yeah,
over.
jump
Okay.
jump all the way across
And
after I
what
grab the sword.
skills are you going to use to do that? I
My-
can tell you it's going to be an athletics check.
Yeah.
But are you using any special things? You're talking about feather fall. You're talking about levitate.
Yeah.
Are you doing
So
any
my
of that
feather
stuff?
fall is on my decline.
Mhm.
I'm gonna fall a lot slower. So in my thought is that I could probably jump a hell of a lot farther because I have forward momentum, but my fall is a lot slower than my downward
So
momentum.
you're going to initiate it. You're going to try to initiate it when you're like at the apex.
My
of your
apex when I grab the sword,
jump. Okay. You're
which
gonna
would probably
sword,
be near my apex.
and then you're not going to do anything with levitate part of it, right?
Not
My-
No, I'm just saying you had mentioned levitate, so I just want to make sure.
Well, I have the boots. I'm
And
putting
what's
the
the
boots
rope
on.
for?
to pull him back because he said
Yeah.
when he's levitating, he doesn't have the ability to
So
move.
so here's my
That's
thought.
what I'm asking.
If I grab the
Levitates.
sword and it doesn't move,
If
Then
something bad happens,
obvi-
we can yank him back.
yeah, exactly. So if I grab the sword and it doesn't move,
You're going to use your boots. Of
then my boots will
levitation.
let me fall slow, but the rope, they can pull me back before I fall into the lava.
Okay. So nothing to do with levitate. Everything to do with
the feather fall
feather
right
fall.
now.
Yeah,
Either way, you're going to hit feather fall when you grab the sword,
yeah,
and either you're going to let them pull you, or something bad happens, or you're going to try to
Yeah.
pull you back.
right.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So give me an athletics check. So you go running, and you're lunging for it. We're going to say, well, you tell me. It can be because it's 10 feet wide, so
Mhm.
you can do that. I'm pretty sure. You can do
Yeah.
a long jump of 10
Yep.
feet. So I'm not no check for that.
Yep.
Are we all on the rope?
Yeah, I'm holding on to the rope.
Okay, so you guys have basically given him enough slack.
Right.
Yeah,
So
I can
enough
get.
slack to get there.
Yep.
It's late, so we won't go too far into that stuff. I want you to give me a sleight of hand check as you go running. You're jumping to try to grab the sword.
Okay.
That's going to be your sleight of hand. Is
Yeah, go right past it. But hell, we could keep trying.
That's right.
Maybe.
All right.
could be a natural one too. That's a one. You impel yourself on the sword. No, it's a 7.
Sleight of hand.
There's the
plus 9.
sacrifice part.
9.
Yeah.
Okay, so 9. Okay. So you go running for it. Jump up. You're going to clear for it, and you go to grab it. You hit the hilt, and you're all, I've got it, and then you start fumbling with it.
Okay.
As this happens, this pulse comes out of the lava. It just like flares up as you start to grab it. What are you guys doing?
Pulling back.
Give me these.
I'm gonna-
Real quick.
Yeah,
What are you
let's
guys doing?
pull,
Yeah.
pull,
Pull me back as
All right,
quick
you
as
guys
you
see the
can.
flash.
pull,
I need a
fingers.
I need a dexterity saving throw from you.
The only thing
Let's
I
do
have a question about
19.
is the
You
mural
needed an
has
18.
the person
I
standing.
needed an
You
18.
needed an 18.
Oh my god. All right. What would have happened?
You don't-
I would have taken
We might
damage.
find out here in a minute.
So, as that flares up around you, this intense heat goes up around you as you grab the sword. You take, let's see, 10, 23. You take half of that. You take 12 points of heat damage as they pull you back.
Oh, okay.
And you've activated your feather fall. You hit that, the blast hits you, but you still have the wherewithal because of your dexterity saving throw
Yeah.
to ignite your feather fall. And they pull you back, and you've got the sword in your hand.
Okay. Oh my god.
As you hit the ground,
You fall on it.
You fall and impale yourself for another
the sword,
30.
the knights, all lift their swords
Okay.
up out of the ground. and they just all.
They disappear. Okay. Wow.
Because since you went over and risked yourself, that was considered a sacrifice.
Okay.
If you'd used a mage hand, there would have been no sacrifice in that.
I got
And it would be a different
Outcome.
If,
events would be unfolding right now.
Whoa.
so if he had died,
Get the sword for free.
would he come back because the sacrifice, he would have sacrificed? And he would have been dead? He just would have been dead.
Yeah, and if he hadn't done everything you guys did do, it wouldn't have been 66, it would have been 9d10 damage.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Because I gave you guys the benefit of
Having
using.
those things in place to help save me?
You guys did extend.
He bought the plant.
You guys did, yeah. If one of you had just said, I'm gonna run and jump and do this.
Yeah.
Submersing yourself in lava is 18d10 damage.
Okay.
I don't think I have that much.
I was gonna say
I know.
running across,
Mhm.
so I was doing 9d10, I figured that, if you said, I'm gonna run across it and try to grab it, that would have been 9d10 damage.
Okay.
You kept yourself up above it,
Mm-hmm.
so that's why I did the 66
Okay, cool.
damage.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right. So
Um,
we have
So
to
yeah,
sword.
so they yank you back, you come
Yeah.
flying